If playing fair means letting people push your time, your price, and your peace, it is not fair at all. Power respects calm action, clear standards, and results that land on schedule. Ruthless here does not mean cruel. It means unconfused. It means you stop donating your focus to people who only move when you bend. You act cleanly, you speak briefly, and you protect the engine that feeds your future. Start with posture. Slow your voice. Use short lines. Answer once. Post a date and a deliverable. Rooms read tone before they read plans. A steady tone buys you time. Time lets your proof appear. When pressure arrives, you do not speed up your mouth. You tighten your process. That is the first step away from nice and toward effective. Be exact with scope. Every request becomes a small system. One outcome, one metric, one date. If there's more to add, it goes in a second block with a fresh price and a new date. This is not cold. It is clear. People who want results like clarity. People who want control dislike it. Good to learn which one you're dealing with. Set a price floor and keep it. A low floor invites disrespect and trains people to push. If someone cannot meet it, offer a smaller version of the work, not a cheaper version of you. Clean yes or clean no. No half promises that drain you for a thank you that never arrives. Protect your keys. Borrow reach. Own your engine. Keep your method, your data, and your admin access in your hands. Share outcomes, not recipes. If someone asks for your full process to support you better, counter with a pilot. 1 week, 1 metric, 1 price, staged access. Real partners accept results. Controllers want your switch. Face the hard line of human nature without flinching. Machiavelli states it without makeup. Hence it is necessary for a prince wishing to hold his own to know how to do wrong, and to make use of it or not according to necessity. Read this today as, learn how to say a firm no, how to cut scope once, and how to pick results over approval when they conflict. Use the knowledge only when needed, but be willing to use it. Ruthless means cutting cleanly when you must. If a change is needed, ending a role, resetting terms, closing a door, do it in one pass and then let time cool the room. Small cuts every week create drama. One clear decision creates order. After the cut, deliver benefits and steps. People forget noise when results arrive on schedule. Write this in the comments as your affirmation. Calm action, firm lines, results on time. Do not float when choices split the room. Pick a lane you can prove in 7 days. Speed or scope, build or sell, quality or volume. Then publish the checkpoint. If someone wants to argue, offer a small AB with one number that decides. Debates end when receipts begin. Silence is part of ruthlessness. You do not chase every rumor. You do not answer the same question 5 times. You share the plan once, post updates on the date, and return to work. Talking less is not weakness. It is respect for the clock that feeds your future. Standards must be visible. Write them once so you don't have to say them forever. Response window, meeting length, rate card, change policy. Point to the page, not to your mood. A rule on paper is stronger than a speech under pressure. Choose allies by delivery, not charm. Give a 1-hour task with a date. If it lands clean, give more. If it drifts, keep them friendly but outside the engine. Your image in rooms you never see depends on the people who carry your work when you're not there. Ruthless also means you do not rescue chaos. Help only with a clear end. Before you accept a quick favor, ask, what is the deliverable? Who owns the rest? What drops to make room? If answers are foggy, offer a paid triage or decline with a calm sentence. Real urgency accepts structure. Fake urgency argues. Guard your time from approval traps. Can we jump on a quick call? becomes send the file and the exact question, replying at 4 p.m. Just this once becomes smaller scope, same standards, Friday delivery. Your yes stays strong when your no is real. When you miss, and you will, correct fast. Shrink scope. Set a new date within 72 hours. Ship a reduced slice, and move. Corrections beat apologies because they change tomorrow. People forgive what you fix. They punish what you excuse. Use receipts to end stories. Keep a simple proof kit. A before-after with timestamps, a 30-second clip of the result working, and one line with the number that moved and the next date. When a thread goes emotional, post one item and point to the checkpoint. Boring ends drama. Ruthless is also sequence. You give benefits slowly so they last, and you do the painful part once so it ends. Machiavelli writes it like a mechanic, not a poet. For injuries ought to be done all at one time. Benefits ought to be given little by little. In modern life, make the hard reset in one pass. Deliver value in steady steps after. Do not donate your morning to other people's alarms. 2 deep work blocks daily come first. Messages get one window. Meetings end when the goal is done. Your rhythm becomes your armor. Rooms adjust to clocks that keep time. Keep margin so luck cannot pin you. Time buffer around deadlines. A minimum true win, ready to ship when the week is rough. A second path for key tools, suppliers, or channels, tested monthly. People will call you lucky. You will know it was preparation. Be warm in tone and hard in terms. Happy to help within the agreed scope. New items go in Block B with this rate and date. I can deliver a smaller version by Friday. No heat, just structure. Calm plus structure reads as strength. Endings are part of strength. When a project finishes, hand off one page. What shipped, where it lives, who owns next. Revoke access you no longer need. Archive the thread. Loose ends become slow. Leaks. Leaks kill pace. Teach people how to read you. You share outcomes and dates, not drafts and feelings. If they need detail, they will ask. Give it once and return to the build block. You are not cold, you are efficient. If someone tries to shame your standards as not team-friendly, point to the rules that help everyone. On-time delivery, clean handoffs, clear scope, short meetings. These rules serve clients, users, and teammates. Your lines protect those rules. Leave this in the comments as your commitment line. Boundaries steady. Proof on schedule. You do not need to announce that you are ruthless. You show it by how you move. You cut once. You ship on time. You hold your floor. You keep your keys. You turn praise into dates and pushback into tests. You fix misses fast. The room learns. You cannot be quietly bent. Ruthless means you stop asking rooms for permission to move. You work in clean steps. You cut once when needed, and you put proof on a schedule. You stay warm in tone and hard in terms. People stop testing your limits because your limits stop moving. Act in one clean pass when a problem drags on. End the old terms, set the new ones, and return to delivery. Many small cuts look weak. One clear decision reads as control. After the cut, give value in steady steps so the story fades and the results stay. Pick a side when stakes rise. Neutrality looks polite, but it leaves you with no allies and no leverage. Choose speed or scope, quality or volume, whatever you can prove in 7 days, and publish the checkpoint. If someone wants debate, offer a tiny AB with one number that decides. Action beats talk. Machiavelli wrote, "A prince is also respected when he is either a true friend or a downright enemy. Which course will always be more advantageous than standing neutral? Choose, then prove." Clarity earns allies. Neutrality breeds suspicion. Comment this affirmation. I choose a side I can prove. Cut noise by controlling first contact. Reveal late and solid. Share the outcome and the next date, not your whole recipe. Keep a small proof kit ready. A before-after with a timestamp, a 30-second clip of the result working, and one line with a metric, and the next checkpoint. When threads heat up, post one item and go back to work. Boring ends drama. Protect your engine while you work with power. Borrow reach. Own core assets, your method, templates, data, and admin keys. If someone asks for full access to support you, counter with a bounded pilot. 1 week, 1 metric, 1 price, staged access. Real partners accept results. Controllers want keys. Set terms that survive pressure. Every ask becomes a small system. 1 outcome, 1 metric, 1 date. New items go in a new block with a new price. This is not harsh. It is honest. You are building reliability people can count on, not free speed they can drain. Don't rescue chaos. Help only with a clear end. Before you accept a quick favor, ask 3 things. What is the deliverable? Who owns the rest? What drops to make room? If answers are foggy, offer a paid triage slot or a smaller version with a real date. Real urgency accepts structure. Fake urgency argues. Choose allies by delivery, not charm. Give a 1-hour task with a date. If it lands clean, give more. If it drifts, keep them friendly but outside the engine. Your circle decides how strong you look when you're not in the room. Use timing like a tool. Make hard changes right after a small win or just before a natural reset. New sprint, quarter, release. Rooms accept direction when the board just flipped or is about to. If your first step misses, don't defend. Shrink scope, adjust the lever, and set a new checkpoint inside 72 hours. Corrections beat apologies because they change tomorrow. Be ruthless about flattery. Sweet words are expensive if they steer your time. Invite truth from a few on your signal and reward it with action. Machiavelli wrote, "There is no other way of guarding oneself from flatterers except letting men understand that to tell you the truth does not offend you. But when everyone may tell you the truth, respect for you abates. Keep a small truth window. Keep your authority. Run the truth window as a ritual. 15 minutes once a week with 2 people who see clearly. Ask one question. What am I not seeing? Listen without defense. Pick one fix and land it within 7 days. Close the loop. You stay accurate without looking indecisive. Hold your floor. Discounts feel kind and teach people to push next time. If someone can't meet the floor, shrink the scope, not the standard. Fewer features, a shorter review, or a later date. A smaller clean yes beats a big messy yes that breaks your calendar and your name. Guard posture. 2 seconds of silence before hard answers. Short sentences. Still shoulders. Calm bodies buy time. Time lets receipts land. You don't win by louder words. You win by steady delivery. Turn praise into motion and pushback into tests. Appreciate it. Next review Thursday. Let's run a 1-week A/B. Metric X decides. Both praise and doubt become fuel for your cadence. Build margin so luck can't pin you. Keep a hidden time buffer, a minimum true win ready to ship, and a second path for any critical tool or supplier. Test one backup monthly. Prepared people look lucky because they planned when it was calm. Keep your face out of public spats. Share the receipt, credit helpers by name, set the next date, and go back to work. Your future needs movement more than victory in a thread. Endings must be clean. When a project finishes, hand off 1 page, what shipped, where it lives, who owns next. Revoke access you no longer need. Archive the thread. Loose ends turn into leaks that drain next week's win. Teach people how to work with you. Write your response window, meeting length, rate card, and change policy once. Point to the page, not to your mood. A rule on paper is stronger than a speech under pressure. If someone tries to shame your standards as not team-friendly, point to the rules that help everyone. On-time delivery, clean handoffs, clear scope, and short meetings. These rules serve teams and users. Your lines protect those rules. When copycats mirror your last step, change shape, raise the quality bar, reorder features, or pull a date forward. The first mover gets attention. The faster learner keeps it. Learning speed is ruthless in the best way. Track 3 red flags that say, pull back now. Their deadlines move while yours must stay fixed. Credit floats up and blame rolls down. Urgent appears only when you are busy. If 2 show up, stop donating speed. Offer a paid pilot. If they refuse, walk, quiet, clean, complete. Comment this affirmation. I act once, I prove fast, I keep my keys. This is what ruthless looks like in real life. Clear lines, clean cuts, short tests, small steady wins, truth on a schedule, and an engine that stays in your hands. Keep moving like this, and rooms will adjust to you, not the other way around. Ruthless means you act with clarity and keep your edge under pressure. You don't chase approval, you deliver outcomes. You don't ask the room to be kind, you make the room respect your schedule, your standards, and your results. People will prefer the version of you that gives them free speed. That is not your job. Your job is to move the metric and guard the engine that moves it. Keep the tone warm and the terms firm. Say less, do more, and let receipts travel for you. When choices collide, quality or volume, speed or scope, pick the lane you can prove in a week. Publish the checkpoint, not a speech. If someone demands a debate, offer a tiny A/B with one deciding number. Debates fade when data lands. Respect lasts longer than approval. Machiavelli put the core contrast in hard words. It may be answered that one should wish to be both, but because it is difficult to unite them in one person, it is much safer to be feared than loved, when of the two, either must be dispensed with. Read feared today as respected for clear lines. You don't bully, you hold standards. People relax around lines they can plan with. Make that real with visible rules. Rate floor, scope limit, response window, meeting length. Put them on a page you control and point calmly. A rule on paper is stronger than a speech under pressure. If someone tries to shame your lines as not team-friendly, point back to the rules that help everyone. On-time delivery, clean handoffs, clear scope, short meetings. Teams thrive under those rules. Use one clean pass when pain drags on. End the old terms, set the new ones, and go back to delivery. Many small cuts look weak. One clear reset reads, as leadership. After the reset, deliver value in steady steps so the story cools and the results stick. Type this. Affirmation in the comments. Firm standards. Results on schedule. Do not rent your backbone to other people's engines. Machiavelli's warning is blunt. Mercenaries and auxiliaries are useless and dangerous, and if one holds his state based on these arms, he will stand neither firm nor safe. In modern work, do not base your future on borrowed platforms, gatekeepers, or one sponsor. Borrow reach when it helps. Own your core, skills, systems, data, and keys. Keep a second path for anything critical, and test one backup monthly. Partners are useful when they speed your plan without owning it. Give them bounded roles. One metric, one date, staged access. Renew when they deliver. Release when they drift. You are building capacity, not dependency. Guard your name from contempt and hatred, the two real risks. Contempt comes from looking weak, late, needy, inconsistent. Fix it with small promises, clean delivery, and quick corrections. Hatred comes from taking what isn't yours: credit, time, or trust. Prevent it by returning what belongs to others on time, naming helpers in public, and keeping your tone steady when you say no. Build a picture that busy minds can trust. People judge what they see. Show a 30-second clip that runs a before, after with timestamps, and one line with a number and the next date. Post one item from this proof kit when talk gets loud, then head back to the build block. Boring ends drama. Don't chase every rumor or reply to every poke. Silence is part of ruthlessness. Say it once, ship on time, and let receipts speak. If a thread keeps pulling you in, move it to a test. 1 week, 1 metric. You are not dodging conflict. You are shaping it into something measurable. Choose allies by delivery, not charm. Test anyone new with a 1-hour task and a date. If it lands clean, give more. If it drifts or needs your whole blueprint first, keep them friendly, but outside the engine. Your circle decides how strong you look when you are not in the room. Keep your leverage where no one can quietly take it. Own admin access. Control billing. Store critical assets in your system. Share outcomes, not recipes. If someone wants full access to support you, counter with a pilot. 1 week, 1 metric, 1 price. Real partners accept results. Controllers want keys. Ruthless is not cruelty. It is precision about cost. If a reset must happen, do it once and then show benefits in steps. If a scope must shrink, offer the smaller version and hit the date. If a price must hold, keep the floor and trim the features. You are not punishing anyone. You are protecting delivery. Drop this commitment in the comments as your pledge. Respect over approval, proof over talk. Lead rooms without building walls against them. Machiavelli's firewall still matters. The best possible fortress for a prince is not being hated by his people. If you have fortresses and your people hate you, the fortresses won't do you any good. Translate that to today. Your best protection is fair dealing, steady delivery, and a reputation for clean exits. Be firm, not petty. Exact, not cruel. That mix keeps you hard to attack and easy to trust. When praise arrives, convert it to motion. Appreciate it. Next check on Thursday. When pushback arrives, convert it to a test. 1 week AB, metric X decides. Both signals feed your cadence or they are noise. If you miss, correct fast. Shrink scope, set a new date inside 72 hours, and ship a reduced slice. Say 1 line of ownership. Let the fix talk. People forgive what you repair. They punish what you excuse. Stop rescuing chaos. Help with structure or step back. Before you accept any quick favor, ask 3 things. What is the output? Who owns the rest? What drops to make room? If answers are foggy, offer a paid triage or decline with a steady sentence. Real urgency accepts structure. Fake urgency argues. Manage first contact. Reveal late and solid. Ask for the one thing you truly need. Everything else you carry yourself. Early drafts invite edits and delay. Finished steps invite trust. Let your body speak before your words. 2 seconds of silence before hard answers. Short sentences. Still shoulders. Calm reads as control, and control buys the time your proof needs to arrive. Keep margin so luck cannot pin you. Build time buffers, maintain the minimum true win you can ship under stress, and keep a live backup for any single point of failure. People will call you lucky when storms hit and you glide through. You will know it was preparation. Endings must be clean. Close projects with 1 page. What shipped, where it lives, who owns next. Revoke access you no longer need. Archive the thread. Loose ends turn into silent drains that erase next week's win. Stay out of public spats. Share the receipt, name helpers, set the next date, and go back to work. Rooms that matter don't reward thread champions. They reward people who keep trains on time. Raise your quality floor a little each month. Copycats can mimic shapes. They can't mimic standards that climb. Move first, then learn faster. Reorder features, lift the bar, or pull a date forward. The first mover gets attention. The faster learner keeps it. End each week with 3 lines. What shipped, what moved, what I'll stop. The stop line returns force. Most limits are not walls. They're leaks you haven't sealed yet. Seal 1 leak, gain 1 leap. This is what Ruthless looks like in practice. Clear lines, 1 pass cuts, short tests, steady proof, truth in small doses from the right people, and an engine you own. Keep moving like this and rooms will adjust to you, not the other way around. Ruthless does not mean cruel. It means you stop leaking time, you stop bargaining with chaos, and you move by clean steps that hold under pressure. You keep a warm tone in hard terms. You ship small proofs on schedule. That mix makes rooms adjust to you, not the other way around. Start by treating every ask like a system. 1 outcome, 1 metric, 1 date. New ideas go into a new block with a clear price and a later checkpoint. You do not argue about feelings. You set structure and let results speak. When people see you protect the engine that serves them, most stop pushing for just this once. Use double vision in messy rooms. Be kind in attitude and firm in boundaries. Switch between reading traps and showing strength without drama. Machiavelli puts the image in a single line. Therefore, it is necessary to be a fox to discover the snares and a lion to terrify the wolves. You don't pick one animal. You learn both skills. Spot traps quietly, then hold your ground so you are not moved by noise. Tighten first contact. Reveal late and solid. Share the outcome, the number you'll move, and the next date, not your whole method. Early drafts invite edits and doubt. Finished steps invite trust. If someone presses for your full process to support you, offer a small pilot with 1 metric and staged access. Real partners accept results. Controllers want keys. Keep your keys. Build a calm correction loop. When you miss, shrink the scope. Set a new date inside 72 hours, and ship a reduced slice. 1 sentence of ownership. Then the fix. Corrections beat apologies because they change tomorrow. People forgive what you repair. They punish what you explain. Keep a proof kit ready so you never fight with words for long. A before, after, with timestamps, a 30-second clip of the result working, and 1 line with a number plus next checkpoint. When a thread turns emotional, post 1 item and return to the schedule. Boring proof ends hot talk. Put this phrase in the comments as your affirmation. Calm voice, firm terms, proof on time. Choose moments for bold action. When a door is half open, push through with a small test you can show in a week. Machiavelli's stance favors motion over hesitation. For my part, I consider that it is better to be adventurous than cautious. Use that to select your next move. Pick the step that creates a visible win fastest, then let that win buy you the right to take the next step. Detach from approval traps. Quick call becomes, send the file an exact question, reply at 4 p.m. Just this once becomes, smaller scope, same standards, Friday delivery. Your no trains your yes to stay strong. You are not difficult. You are dependable. Guard against flattery. Invite truth in a small, scheduled window with 2 people who see clearly. Ask, what am I not seeing? Choose 1 fix and land it in 7 days. You get the benefit of blunt honesty without looking indecisive. Your decisions look cleaner because they ride on fresh facts, not on sweet words. Manage timing like a tool. Make hard changes right after a small win or just before a natural reset. New sprint, release, quarter. People accept direction when the board is just flipped or is about to. If your first step misses, don't defend the speech. Repair the step. Shrink, adjust, and post a new checkpoint. Momentum is your argument. Own the engine and spread risk. Borrow reach, but keep your method, data, and admin access under your name. Keep a second path for anything critical. One backup vendor, one alternate tool, one direct channel. Test a backup monthly. If a gate closes, you switch, you don't stall. Prepared people look lucky. They are simply ready. Silence is part of power. You don't reply to every poke or rumor. Say it once in the right room. Show one receipt, set the next date, and go back to work. Rooms that matter don't reward thread champions. They reward people who keep trains on time. Protect your name from contempt and resentment. Contempt grows from inconsistency and neediness. Fix it with small promises, clean delivery, and quick corrections. Resentment grows when people feel robbed of credit, time, or trust. Prevent it by returning what's theirs on time, naming helpers in public, and closing loops with clear handoffs. Endings must be clean. When a project finishes, send one page. What shipped, where it lives, who owns next. Revoke access you don't need. Archive the thread. Loose ends become slow drains that erase next week's win. Raise your floor a little each month. Copycats can mimic shape. They can't mimic a rising standard. Move first, then learn faster. Reorder features, lift the bar, or pull a date forward. Speed with quality builds the kind of fear you actually want around your work. People respect your boundaries because your output is reliable. Keep your body language slower than your message. 2 seconds of silence before hard answers. Shoulders still. Short lines. Calm posture lets your words land without extra heat. Calm bodies buy time. Time lets the next receipt arrive. If a room tries to shame your lines as not team-friendly, point to the rules that help everyone. On-time delivery, clean handoffs, clear scope, and short meetings. These rules serve clients, users, and teammates. Your boundaries protect those rules. Drop a second line in the comments as your affirmation. Choose bold steps. Hold steady lines. Now wrap this into a week you can repeat when energy is low or rooms are loud. Day 1. Pick the smallest useful win for your main metric. Day 2. Ship a visible piece. Clip, link, or before, after. Day 3. Remove one friction that slowed you. Day 4. Give a small task to an ally and set a date. Day 5. Post a snapshot. Number moved and next checkpoint. Thank helpers by name. Day 6. Study your craft for 30 minutes. Improve one template. Day 7. Block your deep work windows and write the next minimum true win. This loop is simple, boring, and very hard to stop. Ruthless is a rhythm you live, not a face you wear. It is calm action, short lines, and results that appear on schedule, especially when the room is loud. You do not chase approval. You build trust with receipts. You do not hold grudges. You hold standards. When you move like this, people plan around you because your pattern is stronger than their pressure. Start with the 3 levers you fully control today: your stance, your structure, and your speed. Stance is your body and tone. Quiet voice, 2 seconds of silence before hard answers, still shoulders. Structure is your small system. 1 outcome, 1 metric, 1 date, and any extra in a new block with a new price. Speed is your weekly loop. 2 deep work windows, 1 reply window, and 1 snapshot at week's end that shows the number that moved and the next checkpoint. When these 3 lock together, you stop getting pulled into other people's storms. You keep building while noise burns out. Cut clean when pain drags on. A slow drip of micro-corrections looks weak and invites more tests. A single clear reset reads as leadership. End the old terms in one pass, set the new scope, price, and date, and then let time cool the room while you deliver value step by step. The story fades. The steps remain. Be deliberate about where you are soft and where you are hard. Stay soft in tone so truth can reach you. Stay hard in terms so chaos can't. Say it straight. I won't be offended. Soft. New items go in Block B with this rate and date. Hard. People may not love every answer, but they will trust the pattern because they can plan around it. Protect the engine that feeds your future. Borrow reach. Own the core. Your method, templates, data, and admin keys. Share outcomes, not recipes. If someone asks for full access to support you, counter with a bounded pilot. 1 week, 1 metric, 1 price, staged access. Real partners accept results. Controllers want keys. Keys stay with you. Pick allies by delivery, not charm. Give a tiny task with a date. If it lands clean, give more. If it drifts or arrives with excuses, keep them friendly but outside the engine. People judge your mind by the people nearest to your work. Keep finishers close and spectators far. When praise arrives, turn it into motion. Appreciate it. Next review Thursday. When pushback arrives, turn it into a test. 1 week AB, metric X decides. Both signals either feed your cadence or they are noise. You choose. Expect resistance when you build a new order. Don't waste energy wishing it were easy. Design for it. Machiavelli warned, there is nothing more difficult than to take the lead in introducing a new order of things. Plan small proofs, fast cycles, and simple roles for future allies. Make it easy for people to help the new order win. Type this in the comments as your affirmation. Small proof this week. Next checkpoint set. Refuse dependence that looks like admiration. Some offers grow only their tower while your base stays weak. Machiavelli wrote, "He who is the cause of another becoming powerful is ruined." In modern life, don't build someone else's moat with your bricks while your rights, audience, and system stay thin. Co-brand fairly. Keep your IP and ensure every joint project grows your assets, not just theirs. Guard your name from contempt and hatred, the two real threats. Contempt comes from inconsistency and neediness. Fix it with small promises, clean delivery, and quick corrections. Hatred comes from taking what isn't yours. Credit, time, trust. Prevent it by returning what belongs to others on time, naming helpers in public, and closing loops with clear handoffs. Your best shield is not a wall, it's fair dealing plus receipts. Machiavelli's practical shield is still the smartest one to carry. The best fortress is not to be hated by the people. Translate that to work. Be firm, be useful, and be fair. Deliver on time, avoid petty moves, and keep your tone steady when you say no. You'll stay hard to attack and easy to trust. Keep your proof kit close so you never wrestle with rumors. 3 items. A before, after with timestamps. A 30-second clip of the result working. And 1 line with a number and the next date. When a thread heats up, post 1 item and return to the schedule. Boring proof ends hot talk. Don't rescue chaos, structure it or walk. Before you accept any quick favor, ask 3 questions. What is the deliverable? Who owns the rest? What drops to make room? If answers are foggy, offer a paid triage slot or a smaller version with a real date. Real urgency accepts structure. Fake urgency argues. Make endings clean so next week's don't leak. When a project finishes, hand over 1 page. What shipped, where it lives, who owns next. Revoke access you no longer need. Archive the thread. Loose ends are how just this once becomes forever. Train for the week you actually live, not the one you hope for. 10 minutes to check the main metric. 10 to sharpen one tool. 10 to prep handoffs. Then build. Add time margin around deadlines you don't announce. Scope margin via a minimum true win. And route margin via one backup vendor channel tool tested monthly. People will call you lucky. You'll know it was margin you built while it was quiet. Watch 3 signals that mean pull back now. 1. Their deadlines move while yours must stay fixed. 2. Credit floats up and blame rolls down. 3. Urgent appears only when you're busy. If 2 show up, stop donating speed. Offer a pilot with 1 metric. If they refuse, step away. Clean, quiet, complete. Upgrade identity by subtraction. Remove 1 leak each week, a vague meeting, a forever thread, a missing checklist. Subtraction returns force. Most limits are not walls. They are leaks you haven't sealed yet. Use posture to carry hard messages without heat. 2 seconds of silence before tough lines. Short sentences. Still shoulders. Calm bodies buy time. Time lets receipts land. A person who can hold this posture while delivering under pressure looks like power, because it is. Let rooms see your rhythm. Post your snapshot the same day, in the same format, at the same time. The number that moved, and the next checkpoint. Busy minds trust clocks. Clocks decide meetings. Meetings decide budgets. Budgets decide rooms. Your rhythm moves the stack. If copycats mirror your last step, change shape. Lift the quality bar, reorder features, or pull a date forward. The first mover gets attention. The faster learner keeps it. Raise your floor a little each month so your average week would have been last year's peak. When you slip, wrong call, late handoff, bad read, correct fast. Shrink scope, set a new date inside 72 hours, ship a reduced slice, and move. 1 sentence of ownership is enough. Corrections beat apologies because they change tomorrow. If a room tries to shame your standards as not team-friendly, point back to the rules that help everyone. On-time delivery, clean handoffs, clear scope, short meetings. These rules are not self-protection. They are how real teams protect each other's best work. Keep your circle honest and small. Invite blunt notes from 2 people on a fixed day. Act on 1 fix within 7 days. Close the loop. You get the benefit of sharp truth without looking indecisive. You also signal that reality, not flattery, guides your moves. Hold your price floor like a pilot holds altitude. If someone pushes it, shrink the scope, not your standards. A smaller, clean yes beats a larger, messy yes that breaks your calendar and your name. You are not hard to work with. You are easy to trust because your rules keep delivery alive. Type this in the comments as your affirmation. Respect over approval. Boundaries steady. Proof on time. Carry a life-size strategy you can run in any room. Promise small. Hit the date. Fix misses in 1 pass and announce the new date inside 72 hours. Show 1 visual proof for every claim. Share outcomes publicly. Recipes selectively. Keys never. Give benefits in steps. Make the painful cut once. Credit in public. Correct in private. Document in writing. End every week with 3 lines. What shipped, what moved, what I'll stop. None of this requires rage, drama, or speeches. It requires a steady clock, clear lines, and proof that keeps showing up. You don't need to tell people you are ruthless. They will read it in your pace, your standards, and your habit of turning talk into tests and tests into results. Machiavelli gave you the lens. You supply the cadence. Keep your stance calm, your structure simple, and your speed repeatable. Refuse dependence that shrinks you. Avoid moves that make you hated, and accept that new orders create enemies. Then keep moving anyway, with receipts. That is how you become the person rooms adjust to. That is how you become very hard to slow, hard to bend, and impossible to quietly erase.